So hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Mike Brain, sport coordinator in athletics and recreation at Seneca College. Thanks for joining me this afternoon on Friday, and we'll get your weekend started here in just a few minutes. And I'm just going to give you some wellness, mindfulness tips regarding your workouts. So we're kind of wrapping up our wellness week. If you've been following our recreation accounts, we've had a ton of content regarding physical wellness, mental wellness, things like that, nutrition. We've had some special guest speakers, which has been great. And yeah, so like Wellness Week is always something that we're kind of proud of, usually around midterms and exams, and we do like de-stressing, stuff like that. So obviously we couldn't have some of the in-person components, unfortunately, like the massage or the puppies. We usually have like a puppy therapy kind of thing. So I have a dog right here, but unfortunately not the same thing. So anyway, so thanks for joining me. What I'm going to be doing to wrap up our wellness week is just talk about how we can't really multitask, especially when it comes to certain activities. So my tips on how to avoid distractions while working out. So I would say, obviously this is pretty common sense, is that our phones are our biggest distraction, especially when you see kind of people in the gym or even at home. And obviously there's benefits to that. We can be connected at all times. We can answer kind of work communication, family communication, things like that. But your workout should really be that time that you're taking care of yourself. So I highly recommend, if you can, try to get into the habit of practicing do not disturb mode when you get into the gym or when you go downstairs in your house or the room in your condo or wherever you are, residence, where you can get rid of any of those distractions that you would typically have. I guess that's one benefit of us not being, in person at the gym, is the distractions of our friends when we're doing a workout can slow us down. So anyway, that was obviously common sense, nothing new there as far as the distractions go. So here's just a couple, tips or friendly reminders for yourself when you're doing your workout, okay, and how to avoid those distractions. So number one is have a plan. So obviously this, again, goes without saying. You shouldn't just walk into either the gym or your workout area at home without a plan and just kind of like hope the workout comes to you and the exercises just kind of happen. Try to write down a list of exercises, just say 4 exercises, and you're going to do 2 sets of 15 repetitions of each of those exercises. It's not this in-depth prescribed program that you have. It's just something simple you have written down and you can get it done and as efficiently as possible, so you have a better quality workout, as opposed to hesitating and kind of thinking of exercises and then you pull out your phone to look for different exercises for some inspiration. As great as that can be, it's another added distraction. So have a plan going into your workout, okay? The next thing is kind of around the same idea, is to minimize the rest periods during exercise. So believe it or not, like when you pull out that phone and you scroll through your like Instagram feed or social media, or look at some emails, you'd be surprised how quickly the time goes past. It'll be like 5 minutes and you do that in between each set, and then your workout's an hour and a half when it only needed to be 45 minutes. So try to really, in between those breaks, which is when most people grab their phone, they do a set, let's say bench press or push-ups or squats, and then while they're resting, instead of just kind of like sitting there resting, in the zone, focused, the first thing you do is you grab out your phone and you whatever, you had a message or you're checking Instagram. Just really try not to do that. That rest, try to make it 30 seconds. Or what my next point was going to be was an active rest. So let's say you're doing, you're on the floor, let's say, and you're doing your dreaded core workout, part of the workout. It's really easy to kind of hang out on the floor, grab your phone, and just kind of like chill, go through your feed, whatever. Try to do something during your rest period that is an active rest. And what I mean by that is you're lowering the intensity, but you're not just sitting there. You're doing something that requires minimal exertion. So let's say a certain stretch. So even like while I'm kneeling down here right now talking to you, I can perhaps get in like a nice hip flexor stretch, okay? And you can do that for anything. So if you're on the floor doing a core exercise, in between your sets while you're resting, instead of grabbing that phone or talking to someone, just bust out into a stretch, work on your mobility, flexibility, things like that. If you're kind of like me and you hate to just take 15 minutes at the end of your workout and doing like thorough stretching, it's important to get it in. So if you can get it in during your rest periods, and it's appropriate to the muscle groups, then absolutely try that. Okay? So that was kind of one of my big tips that really helps me with my workouts, is to take advantage of those rest periods. So if you're not going to shorten the rest period, at least maybe do something that's effective during that rest period. Okay? And then lastly, there's a thing called proprioception, which is a neuromuscular connection of your body. So while you're working out, instead of going through the motions, there's a sensory feedback from your brain to the muscles working that help with coordination and balance, okay? So if you're kind of plugged into the phone, or you're like doing an exercise while you have your phone, and I've seen it, and a lot of people have done it, if you're able to perform a full set of some form of exercise while like texting, it's clearly not very effective, the exercise. So try to put the phone down for more than just a distraction, but that proprioception, that focus where you're connecting the mind to the body, and it's not in a cheesy way. It's like it's a scientific method of performing better during exercise. So if you're focusing on your surroundings and you're engaging your core and your muscles, and you have better posture, better form, you will perform that exercise better, higher quality, and you'll have better results. So try to do exercises that would be really hard to do if you were holding a phone, something that required all your attention, like a balancing exercise, dynamic balance, or something more advanced where you there's no way you could like go through your phone while doing that exercise. Okay, so that was my quick little tips for you. Try those, try to put the phone away, try doing stretches in between your sets, your rest periods, and that'll help. Okay guys, so thanks for joining me again for this mindfulness tip for Wellness Week. Have a good weekend, be well, and take care guys, enjoy.